Okay, hi everyone. It's Friday, 2 more school days until Thanksgiving break and senior project, senior paper, all of it's due December 1st, the day that we come back from Thanksgiving break. So I'm trying to wrap it all up before Tuesday when we leave. Today I am interviewing Professor Brian Odom. He works at Wingate University as a biology professor. I have been accepted to Wingate and I received a scholarship from them also. I'm not sure if I'll go there, but it'd be nice to see what kind of teachers are there and just get some insight about his life and some advice. I'm supposed to be calling him at 10. Don't want to be late. It's 9:59, so one more minute I'm going to be giving him a call and asking him my interview questions. Alright, it's 10. I'm about to call Professor Brian Odom, so we'll see how it goes.
Hello.
Good morning, Mr. Odom. How are you today?
Fine. You must be Amber.
I am.
Nice to talk to you.
Nice to talk to you too. Thank you for taking time out of your day.
Oh, it's no problem at all.
Okay, I just have 11 questions to ask you. Are you ready?
Sure.
Okay, the first one. When you were 18, where did you see yourself in the future?
Practicing medicine in a very small town.
Okay, so what drew you to Wingate to be a professor?
I felt it was a school that was most definitely on its way up, and it was also close to my parents' home in Spartanburg, South Carolina.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a great reason. I saw that you did go to University of South Carolina. I also saw that you went to Georgia, and I'm considering going to the University of Georgia. So how did you like it?
Okay, technically I was at Georgia Southern, which is it's the university campus south of Macon, so it's the big university that serves the southern part of Georgia. I have been to meetings at Georgia, and I know faculty at Georgia, and I think it is an excellent school.
How did you like your school?
I liked it very much. It was when I went there to get my master's degree, it was a good transition from a small college to a medium-sized college instead of going straight to a huge state university. And then I went back there to teach actually for a year after I got my PhD, and it was very nice to go back and spend some more time in the town. It's a lovely little town. It's about an hour away from Savannah.
Oh yeah, I've been to Savannah before. That's awesome. Okay, what is one thing college freshmen need to know to be successful?
The rules are different from high school.
Okay.
It's a big adjustment. In high school, you may think you're independent, but you still rely on your parents quite a bit. You know, they make sure you get up in the morning. They make sure you get where you're supposed to be. They kind of make sure that you study a little. And sometimes freshmen, when they get away from home, they get this huge burst of freedom, and they forget some of the basics for a while. They usually come back to where they should be, but usually it takes a while to get adjusted to that sort of freedom, where nobody knows what time you go to bed, nobody knows what time you get up, nobody knows if you're going to class, that sort of thing.
Okay, so if you could change one thing about college students, what would it be?
Change one thing about college students, what would it be? I would like for the average college student to have read more.
Okay.
And not necessarily biology, which is my area, of course, but just to have read for fun. Read for enjoyment. It improves your vocabulary. It improves your writing. Reading is just, hate to say it, but reading is fundamental.
Okay. So when did you know that you wanted to be a professor?
Oh, let's see. It was probably 3 years into my PhD program. When I actually started my PhD, I wanted to go into the biotechnology industry, and they needed someone to teach a evening class in microbiology. And since I had a master's degree, I was one of the few graduate students in South Carolina that actually had a master's degree when I started. They picked me to do the class, and I absolutely fell in love with the classroom and almost immediately changed my plans.
Wow. That's interesting. That's so cool. So, how well did your undergraduate work prepare you for graduate school?
It did very well. I had a good, broad education in biology and a good, strong foundation in chemistry. And one thing that Wofford stressed was self-education. You know, the professor is there to help you learn, but you are actually the one that's responsible for what you learn. And if you don't understand something, you should try to work it out for yourself. And if that doesn't work, then go to the professor. So they taught me how to use the library. They taught me how to read critically so that I could tell a good resource from a bad resource. And most importantly, they taught me how to think for myself.
Okay, those are good. I'll take that as advice, even though it was just the answer to a question. So, what would you say is a good balance for academic and social life in college?
In college, I guess, never been asked that quite like that. I guess I'd have to say about 65-35.
Okay.
Education and 35 social, but with the focus on education during the week and the emphasis on the social Friday afternoon, Friday night, and all day Saturday, and then academics comes back in Sunday afternoon to prepare you for the week ahead.
Uh-huh. So do you feel that it is important for everyone to have some sort of college degree?
No, honestly not. It depends on what your goals in life are. We laugh a lot of times, the faculty sometimes, we joke about plumbers making and electricians make more money than we do. It's actually kind of true.
Mm-hmm.
And these are not degrees. These are not areas that require a college degree. They require a technical education and quite a bit of skill and knowledge, very specialized knowledge, but not college stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And then some people want to be musicians. Some people are natural musicians. Some people are natural artists. Some people are wonderful photographers and never had a class.
Mm-hmm.
And then there are tons of people that make their living with computers that have never had a computer science class.
That's true.
So it all depends on what you want to do.
Well, you have a lot of degrees, but if you weren't a professor, what do you think you would be doing for a career?
This is going to sound ridiculous. I would be a long-distance truck driver.
Really? Why is that?
I love to travel in a car or a truck.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that would be a very interesting job, getting to see the country, going from place to place.
Yeah, that's definitely understandable. My dad has truck drivers, so they love it. I know they love it, so it's definitely for some people.
I love when we go on vacation, we always drive.
Yep, that's how we are too. Yeah.
I've driven just about all over the country, and I love to get on the roads. And also when I need to think, if I have a problem I'm thinking about, a lot of times I'll just get in the car and drive.
Yeah, that's awesome. Lastly, what is a piece of advice you'd give to a student attending graduate school?
Attending graduate school.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Actually, I have several pieces. Can I give you more than one?
Of course.
Or do I have to give you the main one?
I know you can give whatever you want to give.
Okay, the first one is make sure you love the field that you're going into. Because it's a lot of work if you don't like what you're doing.
Okay.
That's, I guess, the main piece of advice.
Mm-hmm.
The second piece of advice is don't pick anybody as your major professor who's not tenured.
Okay.
And the third advice is something a English professor gave me at Walford when I was getting ready to start graduate school. He said, stick with it. The only people who don't get their degrees are the people that quit. He said it will be very difficult sometimes, but as long as you don't quit, you'll get your degree.
That is definitely great advice. Not just what your English professor said, but what you said as well. Those are all the questions I have for you today.
Okay.
Maybe I'll see you in the future. I don't know where I'm going to school yet, so we'll see.
Well, are you'd be starting in the fall?
Yes, sir.
Have you visited campuses yet?
I visited 6 or so, but I have not been to Wingate. My parents want me to go since I got accepted and got a scholarship, so I'm considering.
And a trustee is a prestigious scholarship here. That's quite impressive. That's something to be very proud of.
Thank you.
And that is my advice to you. Visit all the campuses and then make up your mind.
Okay, I definitely will take that into consideration. I'm definitely considering coming to visit.
Okay, and if you do, please have somebody in the admissions office let me know, and maybe we can arrange, I can show you around the building.
Okay, that would be great. All right, thank you for talking to me today.
Oh, you are very welcome.
All right, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.